First of all, my eyebrows went really well today. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to VEDA. Today we're on VEDA Day 12, and we are on another Let's Talk About episode. So Let's Talk About is a series on my channel that I do, where I just take a topic and condense it down into video form with some research online, some stats. When you meet me, one of the first things you learn about me and my character is the fact that I am a huge feminist. And when people discover my channel and this series called Let's Talk About that I have, they are very surprised that I haven't done one about feminism yet. And here we are. The first thing we need to define when talking about feminism in this video is, what is a feminist? A feminist is defined in a person that believes that men and women should be equal. But with extensive research going on every day in the gender spectrum, its definition has now been broadened to believing in the equality in all genders. These changes in society and the way that we define feminism obviously have a knock-on effect on what it means to be a feminist and each of the waves. The first wave of feminism was from the 19th century to the 20th century, which focused more on women's suffrage, property and political rights, as women didn't have the right to vote at the time. The Representation of the People Act 1918 saw women over the age of 30 the right to vote. Dutch women in 1919, and American women won the right to vote on the 26th of August 1920. The second wave of feminism is from 1960s to the 1980s, focusing on reducing inequalities in sexuality, the workplace, and official legal inequalities. This wave saw the introduction of the contraceptive pill. The third wave of feminism is from the 1990s to 2008, focusing on and embracing individualism in feminism and broadening what it means to want equality between all of the genders. This wave saw the words intersectional and feminism being used in the same sentence, vouching for black, LGBTQ+ disabled women as being all part of feminism as well. The fourth wave of feminism is from 2008 to present day, focusing on combating the glass ceiling, sexual harassment, the Me Too campaign, and Trump. Fifth wave is seen to be an idea of the future but has not yet been recognised in the feminist waves. So right now we have 4 waves of feminism, and I strictly do find myself falling in between third and fourth. I think I'm a great mixture between them both. I also, which is really controversial of me to say, the system of patriarchy also does affect men negatively as well as women. Not on the grand scale as women, but it still does affect men as well, and I think it's really important to speak about it in this video in particular. As time moves on, feminism grows with it, and I feel like we are more recognising the way that men are treated in society as well as women. I know they aren't as oppressed as much as women are, but I still think they do kind of have these problems in the way that they're not allowed to feel emotions. They're supposed to be aggressive and they're supposed to conform to masculine gender roles. It's really harmful for the male brain. The fact that men are more likely to die by suicide than women is something that is unequal and something that feminists should pick up and recognise and help with. Different ways of feminism are also really helpful in different religions and cultures, because obviously sometimes other women aren't as, move forward as Western women are. So different ways of feminism are obviously more helpful to different times in society and different cultures. Where there are different ways of feminism, there are also different types. Now, if you've done sociology, you will have known these already, so I'm going to go through a little bit of what they're about. There are too many different types of feminists to name them all, but here are the ones that I have learnt in sociology and my studies of society and how it works. There are liberal feminists who go about having equal opportunities through law and legislation. Radical feminists who believe that gender is deeply rooted in the oppression of women and that men are the enemy, believe in political lesbianism and separatism. Different/black feminism who believe in equality in all women and the fact that different women have different experiences of the family and life in general. And Marxist/socialist feminism who believe that capitalism is the reason for patriarchy and the fact that they work together to oppress women. That is just to name a few though, and obviously different types will provide different solutions which will benefit certain aspects of society and cultures and will hinder certain aspects of society and cultures. I feel like feminism is something that you can never know a lot of, so maybe I've been putting off making a Let's Talk About because of that, and because I feel like I still have loads more to learn. It's growing every single day, and I think that's kind of what makes feminism interesting. Feminists have came so far from fighting for the right to vote to now fighting against Trump and the Me Too campaign and the Time's Up campaign. We've come so far, and even if you're not a feminist, it's really done wonders for women, and if you are a woman and you're not a feminist, what the fuck are you doing? Something that is hugely miscommunicated about feminists is the fact that we can talk shit about our husbands and make it political, or the fact that we're all feminazis that hate men, or the fact that we're all lesbians that hate men. For starters, everyone hates men. Even other men hate men. I don't actually hate men, that was a joke. As I said, for me, feminism is intersectional, and the only reason why feminism is called feminism is because it was started by by females. It's now broadened its horizons because we've become more aware of the social issues that are happening right now, and obviously the men's suicide rate is forever rising because of the struggles they have in society that need to be addressed. I don't see why we all can't be feminists, and just because it has femme and not men in the title doesn't mean you're any less welcome. Patriarchy is a structural force that reinforces harmful norms and values and puts pressure on people that doesn't need to be there, that often pushes people to do things like crime or, you know, die by suicide or kill themselves. It affects everyone, so everyone should have an equal chance at being, you know, stood up for and stuff like that. I know this video is kind of sucky and I haven't planned this very well, but I just wanted to go through the basics of feminism because I can't sit here for 20 minutes and talk about feminism all day. I would love that, trust me. But those are the basics on what you should know about feminism and kind of breaking the stigma down of we all hate men, but it isn't actually all feminists who hate men, and calling us feminazis and comparing us to a regime that killed millions of people just isn't cool. I have left some useful links about feminism if you would like to know more down below. If you're studying sociology next year, I would really highly recommend doing that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new one. 1, 4,